the seeds. So this is my favorite. See, so I've dried them from last season. And that's Marigold. Yeah, so I've got these are the other marigolds. That's all inside. And so I'm going to try and see if I can extract them. It's really good because you can kind of see some new ones already coming out. Oh, I need to cut this one here. Anyway, like that. Because I have to cut the dead head, and then that way these will grow even more. And the idea is that this will come out like this eventually. So these are the peas. These are like dwarf peas, but you can see they're already starting to flower. Oh. You see it's starting to flower here. And so the more you harvest, the more they'll grow. So I'll wait for it to come out, and then hopefully they'll get up to about here or something maybe. Swede. Yeah.
Swede.
Mm-hmm. And then this is my parsnip, and they basically look like carrots, but they're not anything like carrots. Growing really well in here, so I've covered them so that the butterflies don't get them, but they're growing really well. Nice and tall. Cos lettuce. So I'll just wait for them to grow. These are the sugar snaps, but so ever since I sprayed them, they're much better. So I'll just keep them going. These are my tulips that I planted, and they're coming up. You see that? I saw another one before. And then here, you see? There, I planted 3, and there's another one here growing there. So there'll be 1, 2, 3 tulips just popping up here. So this is a cheap greenhouse that I bought online. Just a 4-layer greenhouse. It's a small one because I didn't think I needed that big. Anyway, so because it's quite flimsy, I decided to attach it, just some cable ties. Or what do you call these?
Bungee cords.
Bungee cords. Anyway, rather than taking it all out, I'll show you what I've planted in here. So obviously I'm just getting ready for spring, but just testing it out. Because I know this is actually really the best place to put it because the sun hits it. And it'll generate quite a lot of heat in here. But here are my coriander seeds that I planted about a week ago. And as you can see, they started germinating already. So hopefully, gonna just, because coriander's all year round, pretty much. So I'm gonna give them a go and see how they go in here, and then as they get a bit older, I'll transfer them into the garden. But I also planted some direct into the ground as well in the garden beds. So we'll see how that compares to this. This is my new flower plant that I added in the garden. But I've put it in the pot, and they're peonies. So they're actually pink or dark fuchsia type peonies. They'll go for about up to there, I think. It'll be beautiful. Like the peony heads will be like this big. Anyway, I've never grown them before, so hopefully they work out. But this is how I bought them, because they were already growing, and I thought that's a good start for them. So these is from the last cuttings that I did for the rosemary from my big bush, and as you can see, these ones here, it's actually growing. So they're rooted, which is fantastic. This one I don't think it's made it, but I'll just keep it in there until they actually really die. But I think hopefully I'll get a nice rosemary bush here, and I'll just continue to trim it down, hopefully. But yeah, no, that's pretty success. It's a good success. These spring onions were from the supermarket, the leftovers. and they were literally on their dying dead. I left them in the fridge for too long. And then anyway, so I decided to cut them, put them in some water, they start growing, and they're out here. So that's really good. That's what I got. I've got some kale, looking really good. And then I've got these other baby ones. We'll see how they go. My mint, this one's a different one. Like, so this is from my original mint that I had in the garden. But what I've done differently with this plant is it's actually sitting in a bucket underneath. So hopefully it will only grow, the root system will only grow within this space here. So all this is from the bucket here. So yeah. And I thought, well, let's see if it works or not. If not, I have to pull the whole thing out. And then my lemongrass, I thought it's dead, but it seems like it's actually growing, and I reckon it'll survive and it will pop up even greener in spring. Yeah. Most of the food's broken down, apart from a few lemons. It's done a really good job, but yeah. So we'll just keep that going. I'll just stab the bottom on this.